Hello, and welcome to the first annual DCF Trivia Challenge. DCF stands for Dorothy Canfield Fisher. She was a Vermont author, and she's the inspiration behind this Kids' Choice Book Award. Every year there's 30 chapter books for grades 4 through 8, and only one gets to win the DCF award, and only kids can vote for their favorite. DCF books are great because they open us up to new experiences, new topics and genres, new characters, and they're just fun to read. Kids have plenty of things they have to read for school, but DCF books allow us to read just for ourselves. So we are lucky today to have 3 great teams from 3 schools: Floodbrook School, Manchester Elementary and Middle School, and the Meadowee Community School. And we're holding this trivia quiz about the DCF books. These readers in our audience represent just some of the kids in Vermont who love to read great books and talk about them. So we're going to quiz them. We're going to hear some thoughts about their books from this year's list, and we'll have some big news at the end of our show. Now on to the teams. From the Meadowee Community School, it's the Meadowee Bookbusters. From Floodbrook School, with their librarian Darcy Perry, it's the Bookworms. And from Manchester Elementary and Middle School, with their librarian Georgine Bonafanti, it's Team Unicorn. I'm the librarian at Meadowee, Kelly Offeld, and I'll also be your host for today's festivities. Here's how it's going to work. We're going to start our challenge with a few questions for the Meadowee Bookbusters. They'll come up in groups of 3. And we're going to ask 2 questions for each trio up on stage. If you get the question correct, you will hear this sound. If you do not get the question correct, you will hear this sound. You may confer together before you answer. Some of the questions might have the title of the book as the answer, some may be details from the plot, and others might be deeper questions about the characters, or there might be some stumpers in there too. If you all get enough questions correct today, there will be a special prize for every reader in our audience. Okay, best of luck to everyone. Let's begin with the Meadowee Bookbusters. Here's your first question. Is there such a thing as a foster family that is too nice? This book explores the idea of a young girl learning to trust and learning to live with an instant family of brothers. What is that book?
One for the Murphys.
That is correct. Great job. Second question. Learn more about the Norwegian resistance in World War II in this exciting tale of historical fiction. What is the title of this book?
Shadow on the Mountain.
You are correct. 2 for 2. Thank you to our first trio. We're ready for our next group from the Meadowee Bookbusters. Great job, guys.
Hi, my name's Kelly, and my favorite book was The Boy on Cinnamon Street. I really liked it because it was really interesting, like especially at the end, and it was more like realistic fiction than like fiction, and so that's why I liked it.
Okay, we have our second group from the Meadowee Bookbusters. These questions might be a little tricky. They involve different points from some of the books. What kind of accident causes the tragedy in The Mighty Miss Malone?
A car accident.
Sorry, that is incorrect. The answer is a boating accident, but good try, good try. Let's try another one. We're going to In Summer of the Gypsy Moths, what does Stella call the pastel cottages on Cape Cod? She has a nickname for them based on their colors.
Sandpiper?
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. She calls them the Lucky Charms cottages. Great job, guys. Those were stumpers. I gave you guys some of the hardest ones.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie, and I liked the book See You at Harry's. I liked it because it was sad at the end, but it was really good.
Okay, we've got our next group from the Meadowy Bookbusters, and we have 2 questions for you. The first one is, in the book, The 5 Lives of Our Cat Zook, what is the formal name of Una and Fred's pet cat? What is the longer name than Zook? What does it stand for?
Zucchini?
That is correct. Second question. There are some interesting character names in Chomp by Carl Hyacin. What are 2 of the animal names that characters in the book have? They're names about the characters, but they're animal names. I'll give you a hint. One is a TV host and the other is a girl for the characters. They're names of animals that these characters have. No guess? Okay. The answers were Tuna and Derek Badger. Tuna and Derek Badger. Thank you very much. We've got some real stumpers here today.
Hi, my name is Celestine, and my favorite book was Summer of the Gypsy Moths. And I really liked it because it had very realistic problems and then humorous ways of solving them was pretty much all throughout the book, and it was just really interesting.
Okay, we have our last team from the Meadowy Bookbusters, and here are your 2 questions. In the book Wonder, what did Augie wear all the time as a boy?
Like a space helmet?
That is correct, an astronaut helmet. Great job. And your final question. In the book See You at Harry's, who is the character who provides a much-needed calming and positive attitude when he uses the expression, all will be well?
None of us have read it.
Okay, so we're going to have to call that one. The answer was Fern's friend Ron. Okay.
Oh, Ron.
Or Ran, some people might pronounce. Thank you so much, Meadowy Bookbusters.
I'm Erin, and my favorite book was Wonder by R.J. Palacio. I really liked this book because it had a really good moral about not judging someone by how they look.
I want to introduce Darcy Perry and our team from Floodbrook, the Bookworms.
Okay, everyone, I have 2 questions I'm going to be reading for you, and talk amongst yourselves, and hopefully you'll know the answers to these. Let's see. In Liar and Spy, what is the name of the mysterious neighbor that Safer and Georges spy on?
We don't know.
You don't know. Okay, so that's incorrect. The answer was Mr. X. Mr. X. Okay. All right, your next question that I have for you is, what do Lawrence and Victoria find in the shed behind the orphanage in the Cavendish Home for Boys and Girls? Answer.
Books?
Books? No, it's not books. No, not books. That is incorrect. The answer was marionettes or puppets is what they found in the shed behind. All right, thank you, first team from Floodbrook School. I need our next team, please.
Hi, I'm Jade, and my favorite book was Wonder because it gave everyone's point of view, and it was very real.
Okay. All right, so the next set of questions, you have 2 questions for you. The first one is, in which book do 3 orphaned siblings with half a map try to beat an oppressive government to a secret gold-filled canyon?
The Expeditioners.
Expeditioners. That is correct. That is correct. And your second question is, and this one's a little bit more of a stumper, but I'm confident that a couple of you read this book. In the book, Bomb, The Race to Build and Steal the World's Most Dangerous Weapon, the United States creates a high-tech science lab in a remote secret location. Where was the secret site?
Oklahoma. Was it Oklahoma?
No, it's not Oklahoma. It was Los Alamos, New Mexico.
That was New Mexico.
All right. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Cassie. My favorite book was Wonder. I liked Wonder because I think it was sad, and I also like it because it's told by different people's perspectives, and I think it was good.
So, your first question is, in which book does a mysterious stranger arrive at a boy's rundown Alabama farm home just as a dangerous situation is unfolding for the 12-year-old and his widowed mother? Did you have a guess?
She knows it, but she can't think of it at the
Well,
second.
since you can't think of it, I can't accept that as an answer. Okay, so you didn't know that one. The answer was 4 Mile, so that is incorrect on that one. All right, so the second question for you is, in After Eli, main character Danny creates something to help him deal with the pain and grief of his brother's death. What does he create? And each chapter starts with some information that he uses in what he creates.
Like a diary or a journal.
That's not exactly right, so I'm going to take no on that. It was called The Book of the Dead, so that was incorrect, so that was what he made. All right, thank you to the Floodbrook Bookworms.
Hi, my name is James, and my favorite book was Bomb because it was informational and had lots of interesting facts about World War II.
Next up is Ms. Bonafanti with the MEMS team.
First question is, being in a wheelchair, living with humor-challenged relatives and his older cousin Stevie, who is a bully, Jamie has 2 great loves. In the book, Funny, name one of Jamie Grimm's 2 great loves. 1.
Telling jokes?
Telling jokes. I'm going to ask my team. Would you call that, accept that I say stand-up comedy, telling jokes? Okay, it's a yes. All right, the second question. This is a story about a boy who tries, like any ordinary kid, to get through 5th grade in one piece and maybe carry up a few hearts along the way. What is the title?
The title is Wonder.
Yes, all right, thank you.
My name's Alex. My favorite book was See You at Harry's because it was pretty real, and I liked how it was written, how it was sad, but at the same time, it was very explanatory. Like, the storyline was good.
This creepy story is about bravery and friendship. When Lawrence goes missing, the only one who seems to know or care is his prissy, perfect friend, Victoria. Victoria starts to observe that things are not what they seem at home and at school, and in fact, she is the only one who tries to figure out the truth behind all of the disappearances. What is the title?
The Cavendish Home for Boys and Girls.
Correct. All righty. The next question. In the book, The Boy on Cinnamon Street, Louise used to be a gymnast. She used to have lots of friends. Now she has two best friends. Who are they?
Rennie and Henderson.
Yes! Is that two? That is two. Went so quickly. Okay.
Hi, my name is Gretchen, and my favorite book was The Expeditioners because I really enjoyed looking at all the great illustrations.
Our next group from Team Unicorn. In the book Chomp, Wahoo's backyard was literally a zoo gators. Snakes, parrots, mynah birds, rats, mice, monkeys, raccoons, tortoises, and even a bald eagle, which Mickey had raised from a fledgling after its mother was killed. What were Wahoo's after-school duties or chores?
Feeding the animals and caring to an injured bobcat.
That's correct. And the next question is, this book is based on a true story about a silverback gorilla who lived at Exit 8 at the Big Top Mall and Video Arcade until he was finally moved to a zoo in Atlanta. And the title is?
The One and Only Ivan.
Correct. All right.
My name is Ben, and my favorite book was Shadow on the Mountain. I just found it a very compelling novel about a wartime spy during the Norwegian the Nazi occupation of Norway.
Our next group from Team Unicorn. After being separated from her mother and her mother's violent boyfriend, Carly enters foster care, angry and upset and reluctant to become attached. This is one foster family that won't allow her to retreat into herself. They show her what it's like to be loved, to belong, and to be worthy. And the title is?
One for the Murphys.
One for the Murphys, correct. There is a lot of trouble brewing in this book. 3 Times Lucky. A murder, kidnapping, mysterious pasts. Mo Ballou and her best friend decide to go into business as detectives to clear the names of the top suspects. Who is Mo's best friend?
Fred.
His name was Dale. Thank you very much, Team Unicorn from MEMS. And now we go back to our host, Kelly Alfeld.
Wow, how about a hand for all of our readers? You guys were amazing. Think about it. It's 30 chapter books on this list that friends have been reading all year. So it was great to hear about so many good books out there, and everyone did a great time. Now we're going to take a little break to tally the correct number of answers, and we're going to see if our team won a prize, and we'll be back. Thanks so much.
Hi, my name is Molly, and one of my favorite books was The Expeditioner because it was really adventurous, and I loved how every single thing, every clue that they found was led to another clue. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Lang, and my favorite book was The Cavendish Home for Boys and Girls. I really liked that book because I think the author used they were inspired, whether it was for the illustrations or the text, by many different people, but they didn't make it a rip-off. They really blended it together well, and the story was just really creepy and really cool. I liked it a lot.
Hi, my name is Niall, and my favorite book was The Cavendish Home for Boys and Girls because it was very creepy, but at the same time you couldn't put the book down.
Hi, my name is Emma, and my favorite book was See You at Harry's because I thought that some of the other books were kind of expected, normal plots, but See You at Harry's was unexpected and original.
Hi, I'm Kendall, and my favorite book was One for the Murphys because it was really touching and funny at the same time, and it made a really compelling story.
Let's see, carry the 1, divide by 7. Great news. I've just calculated the correct answers, and it turns out that you have answered enough questions correctly today for everyone to win a prize. Great job. Each of the readers in our audience, thanks to Stewart Shop, will be receiving a single scoop gift card, ice cream from Stewart's. Thank you very much to Stewart's. We'll be enjoying lunch today together, thanks to our GNAT friends in the studio. And we have from Flower Girl Bakery some special cupcakes that were made for all of our readers. So we'll have those too. You did such a great job. And I did mention that we have some news at the end of the show, but before I get to that, I want to make sure that I say some thank yous. We want to thank Ms. Bonafanti and Mrs. Perry from MEMS and from Floodbrook for bringing their students. We want to thank all of you readers who did a great job today and for reading. And most of all, we want to thank our friends at GNAT TV for partnering with us to create this great trivia challenge. It's been a lot of fun. So we hope that you will continue to look for and find the books that you love most and read for fun on your own for your whole lives, like I know the three of us do and find reading so important in our lives. So now on to our news. I mentioned that we will have some news, and we want to know, what we're here to find out is which book was the winner, this year's DCF winner, the kids' favorite choice in Vermont. I thought I would start with the top 10 vote getters, so we'll go from 10 on down to 1 to reveal the winner. So in 10th place among Vermont kids this year was Little Dog Lost. In 9th place, Ungifted. In 8th place, The Expeditioners. In 7th place, One for the Murphys. In 6th place, Chomp. In 5th place, a real favorite at my school, See You at Harry's. In 4th place, The False Prince. In 3rd place was I Funny. In 2nd place, The One and Only Ivan. I'm really glad I didn't have to vote. It takes the pressure off when you're a grown-up because there were so many great choices. But this year's winner of the DCF prize is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. Wonder is the story of a boy just trying to fit in who has an unusual facial deformity, and it's told from the perspective of many kids in his 5th grade class, and it's a fantastic book. It was also chosen as the Vermont Reads book this year. So if you haven't had a chance to read it yet, definitely get out there and give it a try. So that is our grand prize winner. So be sure to check out all the other books maybe on the list that you haven't had a chance to read. And you may not know this yet, but the list for 2014-2015 is already out. So it's not too early to get reading. And I wish you all happy reading this summer. Thank you so much for coming.